What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are watching 10 terrifying stalkers caught on camera. Wow. Oh, creepy. I do not like stalkers. I remember when I was a child, it was relatively safe where I was living and, going to school and everything. And it was also relatively close to my home. It was around 7 minutes walking, 6 minutes, pretty close. But I remember this one time I was walking from school to home, and there was for me, I don't know if it was a grown person, but to my eyes as a child, it was a grown person who followed me all the way home, hiding behind cars, and like looking through the windows. But I could obviously see him, like, I don't know. It was very weird. I don't know why, but this video reminded me of that. That was so creepy. And I wasn't even that creeped out at the time. I went home and I was like, Mom, some weird dude just followed me home. Ha ha ha. But like thinking back at it now, that's so creepy. That is so creepy. God knows what they were thinking about. I had like no, I had no alerts. I had no notifications on my brain to tell me like, hello, you're in danger. I was just living it up. But anyway, let's see what this video is about, guys.
He seemed like he might be good boyfriend material when 20-year-old Holly Gazzard fell for him.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're exploring the most notorious times in history when a stalker has been captured on camera, either before...
Oh, but a stalker, that's not a stalker, no? A stalker is someone who stalks you, stalks your life, no? I don't know what the difference is.
During or after their dreadful crime.
Today in court, we learned he picked her up, put her in the back of his security car.
Ariana McMillan's quick thinking. In 2025, McMillan was walking down the street one evening in Ridley Park, Pennsylvania.
Ariana McMillan was walking along a busy road outside Philadelphia when she says this man began walking closer and closer to her, making inappropriate comments.
However, instead of it being uneventful for the teenager, she met an unidentified man. He called after McMillan, who ignored him before running after her while clutching a liquor bottle. The man, who was captured on a surveillance camera accosting McMillan, soon began pushing and making inappropriate comments.
And in this moment, I had a sense of panic in my brain that I needed to do something immediately.
Even with all this danger going on, McMillan made a snap decision that likely saved her. She ran into a store and spoke to the owners, pretending to know them as she called one Aunt Rachel, who played along. The owners then called the police, who arrested the man, charging him with stalking and harassment.
He still was banging on the doors and wasn't stopping, and they were trying to arrest him.
The man now charged with stalking and harassment.
Obsessed Jungkook fans. Over the last couple of years, some fans of BTS's Jungkook have let their passion consume them, leading to them stalking his home in Seoul, South Korea, even sending...
I've heard of him. There's like a lot of super fans for this group.
Food to his address. Yet 2025 has been exceptionally bad for the K-pop star. In June, a day after Jungkook completed his military service, a Chinese woman was arrested after reportedly pressing buttons on the security keypad outside the singer's building. In August, a woman in her 40s was arrested for sneaking into the underground car park of the building, which Jungkook reportedly saw as he watched her on CCTV. Then, in November, multiple people were recorded attempting to figure out the passcode to enter Jungkook's residence. Sam Evans. In 2022, an unidentified woman went out with her friends in Plymouth, England. However, as seen on CCTV at clubs and on the streets, Evans was stalking her.
It's been agreed that they met on the Barbican, close to the taxi rank. He has recognised her and started a conversation with her.
He'd spoken to her on a dating app a couple of months ago, but she refused to meet up with the soldier. Yet Evans refused to let it go and cased out places she frequented, eventually spotting her. He then befriended her in the group.
But it doesn't occur to her that she's in any trouble at all at this point.
Eventually, he managed to isolate the woman. On the premise of getting a taxi to take her home, Evans instead got the driver to take her to his place. Once there, he attacked, leaving her with permanent injuries. In 2023, Evans was sentenced to 14 years in jail for the vicious assault.
There are no winners, but there is justice, and there is some comfort in that.
Timothy Nielsen. After becoming obsessed with a child's YouTube channel, Nielsen began making inappropriate comments to her.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
towards her, leading to the family deleting her account.
She had a YouTube channel, an arts and crafts channel, and basically Mr. Nielsen began to follow the channel on YouTube. And
honestly, I mean, them deleting the account, yeah, I understand. But if you have your child exposed in the first place, especially in a place like YouTube where everyone can watch it, you should be already considering the consequences before even, you know. So, yeah, just like, I don't know.
And begin to make some really inappropriate comments. The parents then shut the channel down.
Yet he kept harassing her and the family across social media.
Especially nowadays, like it was a bit different, like back in 2016, for example, or 2014, when I started, when YouTube was like, it was not like this, and like social media was not such a big thing as now. But you know, nowadays it's a bit different to have children like exposed on YouTube. But anyways, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below.
In 2022, Nielsen traveled to Brunswick, Ohio to track her down. He went door to door on their street to ask neighbors where she lived, leading to the police being called.
The story started unfolding after several residents called 911 to report a suspicious barefoot man with a tarp prowling around their neighborhood.
Captured on body cam footage, Nielsen had no shame as he stated his desire to meet her. Even when the girl's father arrived and told the cops Nielsen had been cyberstalking the family, the man was undeterred, making several incriminating comments. After his arrest, Nielsen was sentenced to 4.5 years in jail.
This would have ended tragically had the individuals on the street not called and contacted us to check out a suspicious person call.
Russell. In 2025, streamers Valkyrae and Cinna hosted their Sisathon event with Emiru as a guest. The trio walked the streets of Santa Monica, California, soon coming across a fan in a hoodie.
No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
After introducing himself as Russell, he requested photos with the group, which they obliged. While he asked if he could hang out, they mentioned they couldn't due to the stream.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good night. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
Yet when the group arrived at the amusement park, the same man popped up, now dressed in different clothing. This time Russell asked for Emiru's phone number, which she rejected. He snapped and stated he'd follow her, even threatening violence against Emiru as he searched in his pocket. Thankfully, the streamers managed to get away.
It was terrifying leaving because we didn't know if he was still around or if he changed. We didn't know where he was.
Azam Mangori. In 2020, after a night out with friends in Exeter, England, Lorraine Cox walked home. However, she never returned. After a couple of days, her father reported her missing.
Sorry, I'm not laughing about the situation. I'm laughing about like, you know, that's my reaction when something's like overwhelming. I smile. I don't know why, or laugh, but that's so scary. Like, actually imagine being in their skin and like a guy changes clothes, start saying that they're going to, you know, be violent. It's crazy. That's crazy.
The authorities found Cox on the...
Talk about not taking rejection lightly.
Lorraine Cox walked home. However, she never returned. After a couple of days, her father reported her missing. The authorities found Cox on the CCTV walking the street on that fateful night. However, she wasn't alone as Mangori stalked her, eventually taking her back to his apartment. Days later, further surveillance footage showed Mangori purchasing black bags and other items from a store. Sadly, Cox's remains were later discovered. Mangori seemingly pretended to be Cox on her social media accounts to deter investigations, which was unsuccessful. In 2021, he was found guilty of her murder and sentenced to serve at least 20 years in jail. Jordan McSweeney. In 2022, McSweeney only...
At least 20 years? And then he's gonna be free? Hello?
9 days after being released from jail, and with a long history of violence, was looking McSweeney only sentenced to serve at least 20 years in jail. Jordan McSweeney. In 2022, McSweeney, only 9 days after being released from jail, and with a long history of violence, was looking to commit another atrocity on the streets of London, England, after being thrown out of a bar.
Minutes after midnight, having been kicked out of a bar in Ilford, Jordan McSweeney began hunting for a victim.
He was spotted on CCTV, which frustratingly wasn't monitored at the time, following 2 women through the streets. However, both managed to escape and get home. Then McSweeney spotted Zara Alina.
Prosecutors said McSweeney chose to attack a lone female late at night, who stood no chance.
He viciously assaulted and attacked her, sadly taking her life. After pleading guilty to Alina's murder, McSweeney was sentenced to serve at least 38 years in jail. An inquest in 2024 found that McSweeney was meant to be recalled to prison before the murder. However, a procedural error from a missed email prevented this.
Zara's family and friends will perhaps find some closure that the man who took her from them will be off the streets for a very long time.
Asher Maslin. In 2014, Holly Gazard was looking forward to her new life in Gloucester.
For a very long time. I hope, like, for the rest of the days. No, he already got out and did it again. Like, did something even worse again, so.
In 2014, Holly Gazard was looking forward to her new life in Gloucester, England, after splitting from her problematic partner, Maslin.
From the very beginning of her relationship with Asher Maslin, her family had misgivings.
After all, he had a history of abuse and stalking her. Gazard even called the police days earlier after he stole from her and threatened her, yet the police couldn't find him to arrest.
They'd gone to a couple of previous addresses, but they couldn't find him.
Unfortunately, Maslin had twisted revenge on his mind. He was seen on CCTV selling a DVD player at a store before going to another business to purchase a knife. Next, Maslin went to Gazard's workplace, a hair salon. In front of her colleagues and customers, he took Gazard's life. After admitting to his crime, Maslin was sentenced to a minimum of 24 years in jail.
Asher Maslin pleaded guilty to the murder of Holly Gazard. He's sentenced to life in prison.
Edwin Enoch Lara. Out of context, CCTV footage of Lara and Andrea Mays at a motel in Oregon during 2016 seems innocuous. However, she wasn't there by choice.
The community college public safety officer then took off to Salem, where a woman says he kidnapped her.
Days before, Lara, who worked as a security guard at Central Oregon Community College, kidnapped and killed student Kaylee Sawyer. He then carjacked Mays' vehicle with her inside. Over the next 10 hours on top
Working as security is crazy.
of stalking her, Lara attempted to assault her at the motel.
Investigators say he went on a multi-state crime spree, kidnapping a woman in Salem and driving to California, where he's accused of shooting a man and carjacking a family before being caught.
However, with quick thinking, Mays pretended to have a disease, saving her. Lara then took Mays to California and made her watch as he shot a man before carjacking another family. Thankfully, before Lara could do anything, he was arrested. Due to his crime spree, Lara received 2 life sentences.
Edwin Lara will spend the rest of his life in prison without, we're told, any chance of ever getting out.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Ricardo Lopez. Born in Uruguay before his family moved to the US, Lopez became obsessed with Icelandic musician Björk in 1993.
On the tape, he analyzes his early drift from fan into fantasy.
He collected as much information about her as he could, even sending her letters. In 1996, Lopez felt betrayed when he read reports that Björk was in a relationship with English musician Goldie. Furious at his idol dating a black man, Lopez snapped.
And then he reads something else, something that seems to light a terrible fuse.
That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't know. I don't know how to like feel about this, because on one side I would love to understand how the mind of someone like this works, or why this happens, why what it stems from. But then on the other hand, these are like so outrageous that it's just like annoying. It's annoying and it's frustrating.
Musician Goldie. Furious at his idol dating a black man, Lopez snapped.
And then he reads something else, something that seems to light a terrible fuse.
As well as writing hundreds of pages in a diary, he recorded many videos of himself ranting about his obsession, which were later released publicly. For some form of twisted revenge, Lopez decided to send Björk a letter bomb before taking his own life. When police investigated, their UK counterparts were warned about the package and managed to intercept it.
It's astonishing that they were able to get this in time before it went to her house.
The package was taken to a secure location, and the bomb detonated.
Did we miss any other incidents of creepy camera footage of a stalker from this
That is crazy.
video? Let us know in the comments.
Anyways, good night, guys. I'm joking. I mean, I'm not joking. It's probably nighttime for y'all who are watching this when I post this. I'm sorry. Well, that was creepy. That was something. It's so sad. Like, what annoys me the most, honestly, is people who have been in prison and then let out, and then they do the same thing again. It's so frustrating because I know there's a lot of people that deserve a second chance, but there's also a lot of people that repeat their mistakes, and kind of like a lot of these have red flags already, and they're not caught on time, which is frustrating. But anyways, guys, yeah, leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me for this video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.